Okay, we are back on the Pokemon X series. Super excited for this video. Um, I would argue this might be the most exciting video in the whole series. So, um, if you haven't been watching and have just like randomly found upon this video, so this is going to be the champion fight. Well, the Elite Four and hopefully champion fight. You know, maybe our team doesn't do good enough and we don't make it to the champion. But yeah, so the last two-ish videos, I went around and got all the items and TMs. So the team is pretty much finalized. We'll do a little team recap before we go. So first up, Tyrantrum, level 68. I won't go up, well, I won't go over the levels and the natures and all that stuff, but we'll just go over the main stuff, so the moves and items. So Dragon Claw, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Crunch. Obviously that gives us our two stab types and then some good coverage. And the item we currently have is the Hard Stone, which will increase our rock type moves. But we do plan to eventually get Assault Vest, but I don't believe we can get that till the post game. Then we have Crobat. So we have Black Sludge, obviously pretty much leftovers, but for poison types. I know you want leftovers, or like Black Sludge probably isn't the best for Crobat specifically since it's not a really bulky Pokemon. But still, just I think Black Sludge or leftovers is good on just about any Pokemon, you know, just consistent healing. So I chose that. Even though, like I said, with Crobat not being the bulkiest, it's probably, there's probably way better poison types you could use Black Sludge on. And then Delphox, we use Charcoal to increase our fire type moves, and we have Flamethrower, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Grass Knot. Once again, a lot of coverage. Oh, Blastoise, we have Surf, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon. Just a lot of solid coverage with the water typing as well, obviously. And then we have Umbreon, which has Payback. I'm actually going to switch this around a little. Double Team, Toxic, Payback, and Dig. Obviously cover. This is my most like gimmicky moveset. We have Double Team and Toxic to avoid hits and make our opponents take damage. And we have Leftovers so we can avoid hits and slowly gain our health back while our opponents slowly wield it down. Then we can obviously avoid attacks for sure with Dig unless they have Earthquake, and use Payback just to do consistent damage. I think it's a fun strategy that I haven't even really got to try out yet. And we, like I said, we have Leftovers. And I forgot to mention it, on Blastoise, we do have the Blastoise Knight. So that is actually our only Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, because our last Pokemon is Sylveon, which has Moonblast, Psyshock, Shadow Ball, Calm Mind. I think a really solid set. We can set it with Calm Mind and then just use all the other moves. Moonblast obviously is our most powerful move. I think it has the highest base power, plus it has being stabbed, so it really hits like a truck, especially if we set up a Calm Mind or something. And you know, it pairs well with Umbreon. I like having both these evolutions on a team. I don't think I've ever done that before on a team, but I really liked it on this team. Just because I really like the evolution, so I think that was a fun idea, and I'm glad I did it. So yeah, here we go. And I will say, so this is like what I'll say about the champion fight. I actually, like, I fought the champion before when I played my with my Y team, but that's been so long ago that I don't remember exactly what they use. And the last time I probably did the champion fight was like the rematch fight, so I don't know exactly what their teams are. Like, I know their toppings. I think there's Dragon, Water, Fire, and is it Poison or Steel? Steel, I think, yeah. That's the four Elite Four members: Steel, Dragon, Fire, and Water. And then the champion, I know, uses some Fairy types and some Fossils, I believe. So that'll be cool. But yeah, and I bought a bunch of revives and stuff in the last video too, so we're good on that. But yeah, here we are at the champion fight. I'm super excited. Obviously, like I said, I think this is one of the most fun videos because, you know, you've worked on this team for so long, and then finally getting like really tested out against some of the stronger trainers. Honestly, the one thing I'm the most concerned about, if I'm being completely serious, is that my team's too overleveled, because it won't be the most fun champion fight if we're overleveled. So I don't know which door. Oh, I was gonna say I don't know which one we should go in first, but maybe we have to fight her first. One thing, and I think they did this in Black and White too, or Black and White, and I said Black and White too, but I meant just like Black and White as well. This is one of those games, I believe, where the champion fight, you can like go in. Oh, well, actually, maybe you can't go in any order. Yeah, it looks like two of these doors are closed off. Oh wait. Oh, that's like the entrance doors, I think, actually. Okay, yeah, so we can go in any door. But this is one of those like Elite Fours where you can go in any order. I know in some of the older games you had to like go in a specific order, and obviously like that meant one Elite Four member was stronger than the others. But this one, I think they're all around the same level. So yeah, we'll just go into whichever door. If I'm remembering right, the Dragon and Steel ones, I believe, are on this side, and then the Fire and Water ones are on this side. So we'll just go on this side. Okay, let's see. Blazing. Okay, so yeah, this is Fire. Okay, so against fire, Blastoise obviously makes a lot of sense. Blastoise and Tyrantrum actually easily. Tyrantrum, honestly, Tyrantrum might be our best Mon here. And like I said, I have no idea really what this Elite Four's like level situation is, so we might be way over leveled and we might be under leveled. I'm not for sure. So Umbreon will be solid. Crobat probably could do a little bit. Delphox could resist, obviously, but Tyrantrum and Blastoise, I think, are going to do the bulk of the work. So we're going to send Tyrantrum out first because Dragon and Steel obviously is resist fire double, so I think that'll be a good type. And I don't know what this trainer leads with. If I did, maybe Blastoise or Tyrantrum, I would know is better. But Tyrantrum, like I said, resists 2 fire types, plus it has Earthquake and a Rock type move to do super effective damage. So I think Tyrantrum is our safest bet. And interesting, this was actually the Elite Four member that walked out, so that's kind of interesting that we actually fight them first. Okay, I'm very interested to see what their levels are. I'm going to assume high 60s, low 70s-ish. Low 70s actually seems kind of high, but I don't know. My team's like in the 70s for some Pokemon, so that doesn't seem too crazy. Okay, so let's see. What are these levels? 63? Oh, Lord. We might... I mean, I know her ace will be higher, but... Noble Roar. Does that decrease defense or attack? Oh, attack and special attack. Oh, we missed Rock Slide. Dang. Dang. 2 Noble Roars. Well, we might have to go to Blastoise anyways. We're going to see how much a Rock Slide does. Yeah, after 2 Noble Roars, it's not going to do a ton. Yeah, we're just going to have to switch into Blastoise, I guess. And if I didn't mention, so I don't think I did. For these fights, what I'm going to do, I can revive obviously after I fight each of the members, but I can't use potions or revives during the actual fights. So like until this fight is over, I can't revive anybody or heal anybody. Dang, this thing just spams Noble Roar. I hope I just said dang. I didn't mean to. Okay, Tyrantrum's up to level 69, nice. Crobat's up to level 70. Oh, Talonflame. Oh, this one actually would have been great for Blastoise. I meant for Tyrantrum. Honestly, let's Mega Evolve. We don't Mega Evolve much, and this is a fight where Blastoise will benefit from Mega Evolving. Awesome. Brave Bird. We'll see how much this does. There we go. Talonflame is out. 2 Pokemon to go. I didn't even look at see what Talonflame's level was. Torkoal. Oh, this shouldn't be too bad, but it will have Drought, so that'll... Wait, does it not have Drought? Well, I don't even know what ability Torkoal gets other than Drought. And Drought would be so convenient because then, you know, it would help all the Pokemon on this team. Okay, Chandelure. Yeah, Blastoise pretty much comes in here and sweeps. I mean, we send, you know, Tyrantrum out and he does 1 Rock Slide, but it doesn't do a ton. So, pretty much a Blastoise sweep. This is what I was kind of afraid of. I'm afraid my team is a little too overleveled. And I didn't even try to do it. It's just, this game is almost hard not to overlevel in, I'm afraid. But hopefully the champion fight isn't too... But, you know, our team's going to level up as we fight these trainers, so... Okay. But, honestly, Fire is probably one of our best matchups, too, to be fair. Because Tyrantrum and Blastoise both had really good matchups there. So, yeah, we don't need to use any revives, actually. I bought a crap ton of revives. I didn't buy, like, anything in this game in forever. And then finally bought revives, and don't even look like they're needed. Yeah, Tyrantrum didn't even take any damage. Okay, we need... we were going to have to use 2 super potions. I meant 2 regular potions, so I might as well just use 1 super potion. Okay, so now with water. Water actually, now that I think about it, water might be our toughest matchup here. Yeah, we don't have anybody who hits water super effectively. Delphox actually is the only Pokemon that has a super effective move on water now. I'm thinking about it because we have grass and we have grass and we have yeah, that's our only Pokemon that has a grass move, and nobody has electric. So, but you don't want to lead Delphox here, and don't want to really lead Tyrantrum. Honestly, Sylveon or Umbreon. Okay, actually, this is what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna do our strategy with Umbreon inside because where we don't really have one like super great lead, we'll go with Umbreon. And if Umbreon strategy doesn't work out, we'll just go Sylveon or Crobat or Blastoise. Because Tyrantrum and Delphox, I know Tyrantrum will actually get hit by neutral with his dragon typing, so he actually could be viable. Our team actually, it's like we're neutral this fight. Because we don't have anybody who's great here, but we don't have anybody who's horrible here. Because like I said, Delphox is the only one who has a straight up super effectiveness to water, but has Grass Knot still, and we're probably outspeeding those Pokemon. But then again, Grass Knot's one that I think bases on weight, so you know, if you fight a water type that's not super heavy, then it won't be as good. But I'm really excited to try out this Umbreon strategy because I literally just got double team at the end of the last video. So, and that was kind of my plan, was to do that with this Umbreon. And then I was like, I don't know, do I really want to do this gimmicky of a strategy? But I ended up deciding, because this was my original plan, was to do double team Toxic and some dark move. I ended up settling on Payback. I think that was the one I originally planned on. But I debated on either double team or Psychic or Quick Attack. But I ended up going with double team because I think this makes the most fun strategy, even though some coverage would be nice. Yes, we did consider the Pokemon battles art, I guess. We'll see. This will this will be an interesting fight. Especially, I don't think he would have any water fighting types. Maybe he has a Poliwrath or something. I'm not even sure Poliwrath in this game. Clawlet, so this thing probably has Aura Sphere. Okay. So do I double team first or Toxic first? We're going to double team first. Kind of hope outspeed. Yes, we do. Normally, I wouldn't want to outspeed as much because we have Payback, but everything else is better. Okay, Aura Sphere. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Aura Sphere always hits. The whole point of double team is countered by Aura Sphere. Oh my gosh, I wasn't even thinking about that. Let's use Dig. At least we can avoid it with this. Okay, and see, that's a good thing. This is another good thing with using double team and Dig, because we'll heal up with our leftovers while we avoid attacks. Dang, Dig does nothing. Oh my gosh, I was so excited to try this strategy out, and we got the one Pokemon that really counters it pretty hard. Dang. I forgot. I knew this thing had Aura Sphere, but I literally forgot that it was 100% accurate till right when it hit me, and I was like, crap, I just remembered. Okay, we'll go into... yeah, we'll go into Sylveon. Sylveon, Special Tank, and at least it'll do great against Clawlitz. Or I hate the one Pokemon that I was thinking, oh great, we won't have to worry about. I was thinking, oh, this will be a perfect time to try out this Umbreon strat. But sure enough, this is one of the one times it completely gets countered. Okay, we'll just Moonblast. Honestly, I could have set up a Calm Mind or two, but I don't think it's really necessary. And I will say, I'm actually liking playing this game on set a lot more. Oh, that don't matter at all for Sylveon. It actually, I think it's almost better playing set. For one, obviously it makes it a little bit more challenging, and like I said, this game almost is a little too easy at points. Oh, Dragon Dance, interesting. We could set up as well, but I don't think it's necessary. He might actually outspeed me now, though. I think he will outspeed me, but, well, we're 12 levels higher. Oh, dang. Double Dragon Dances, and it's probably going to get itself knocked out. Shoot, what was I going to say before that? I don't even remember now. But yeah, that stinks about Umbreon. We had that awesome strat, and literally Clawlitzer was a almost perfect counter for it. Barbar, cool, or Barbar. This is actually one of my least favorite Pokemon, to be honest. There's just a few things about it that kind of annoy me. For one, that I know most people, I don't know, I kind of like more even looking Pokemon, and the fact that it has like the thumb on its face kind of annoys me, and like that nowhere else has like the thumb, so it just kind of annoys me. And I don't know, I don't think a Barnacle Pokemon was always going to be kind of tough, I think, honestly, but that just, it doesn't do it for me. And I really like marine life and stuff, so like, cool fish Pokemon I love, but I don't know, that Pokemon just doesn't do it for me. Okay, Starmie, Shadow Ball, easy. Yeah, I was thinking, Sylveon's just a monster is the truth of the matter. Honestly, based off what we've seen so far, and I could be wrong with this, I think my team could probably take on the final Elite Four team, like the team you take on after you do this one. I thought we were a little high level though. I mean, literally Sylveon's 75. And I genuinely don't know how we got this over level, because we really, it's not like we really like grinded that much. We literally pretty much just fought the necessary, like pretty much all, we fought pretty much all the trainers you could, but that was literally about it. And fought a few wild Pokemon, and our team is this over leveled. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of rough. Okay, so now, okay, so my Umbreon strat doesn't work as well against any of these remaining Pokemon, unfortunately. Maybe it'll be good in the final fight. So yeah, we've got a Dragon type. So against the I guess we'll talk about both right now, but I'll probably talk about it again whenever we get to the Dragon or Steel type. So for Dragon, obviously, Sylveon is crazy here. I wasn't even thinking. Yeah, Sylveon will be awesome. Tyrantrum will be pretty good. Obviously, being a Dragon type as well, will get hit super effectively, but can hit super effective. Sylveon, obviously, very immune to Dragon, so stupid good, and also our highest level Pokemon, so Sylveon will do crazy here. Blastoise has Ice Beam, which obviously can be very good, especially if it's a Dragon Flying type. And I would honestly assume that this trainer is Dragon Flying, because Noivern, I would assume they would have being, you know, the Kalos Flying Dragon type. And Goodra wouldn't shock me either, but it is a pseudo, and I don't know if they would give an Elite Four member in their first fight a pseudo, but it wouldn't shock me. Crobat's kind of neutral here. Umbreon definitely could be used here, but I don't know. And Delphox could hit a few things, but obviously it would be more just because they're second typing. So yeah, these are our main three for here. Blastoise, Sylveon, and Tyrantrum. I think we'll lead Tyrantrum and just see how far he can get before getting knocked out, because obviously we can just kind of spam Dragon Claw here. And then after that, we'll use Sylveon or Blastoise, whichever just seems better for the moment. So yeah, here we are. Oh, and if we get the... Well, I hope we go in the Dragon one, because I'll have to re-explain. We'll see. Please be in the Dragon one. Oh, crap. We got the Steel type. Okay. I mean, that's fine, but I'll just have to redo my little explanation. Oh, and I need to heal up anyway, so I can just kind of talk while I do it. So Steel type... we actually have a solid team against Steel types, I feel like. Delphox obviously great here. Yeah, Delphox I think will be great. Okay, we just need to find our regular potions now. Oh, perfect. So for Steel types, actually our team is, other than Delphox, is kind of rough against Steel now that I think about it. Tyrantrum can hit super effectively with Earthquake, but also gets hit super effectively by Steel type moves because he is part Rock. Sylveon is not good at all here against Steel. I mean, Shadow Ball and Psyshock and stuff could hit Steel types depending on their secondary type. For super effective. Blastoise doesn't really have anything good against Steel type unless, once again, secondary typing. Crobat gets absolutely destroyed by Steel types. I mean, Poison's like nothing. I think you can hit with Poison type moves, but they're resistant, and I don't think Steel types can be Poison. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's the case. So yeah, Crobat, I mean, you can use Fly, but I don't want to use Fly that much. Umbreon, we can't use Toxic, I don't believe. Dig obviously hits super effective, so that is kind of nice. So we could do Double Team and Dig, but we can't Toxic, so the strategy can partially be used, but not perfectly. And Delphox honestly probably sweeps here, just going to be honest. So, yeah, this is what I think I'm going to do, actually. We're going to lead with Umbreon and try the Umbreon strat one more time. And if he gets knocked out or if it doesn't work, then we'll let Delphox come in here and do some work. But this Umbreon strat, it's like, I think most of the time it probably won't work super well, but the time it does work, it'll be like crazy efficient or effective. Not super efficient, actually, because it'll take a lot of time. So Blastoise isn't going to get used here. Tyrantrum can get used for certain situations, especially with Earthquake, obviously. Blastoise not going to get much. Yeah, the bottom three, really hope they don't get out in this fight. But yeah, we're going to lead with Umbreon. Hopefully whatever Steel type comes out here first does not have a fighting type move. But then again, I also do want Delphox to do good in this fight. So, you know, it wouldn't be the end of the world if the Umbreon strat doesn't work and we switch out, or if Umbreon does get knocked out. So far, we have not had a knockout yet, so that's kind of nice. We haven't had to waste any of our revives. Okay, Steel. So we'll see. I know this dude has the Steel type, the one that has the move that like changes its form, Aegislash. And I think X and Y, it's actually stronger. I think it got nerfed after X and Y, so Aegislash might be kind of crazy here. And I think Aegislash probably has Sacred Sword, so that would be super effective. Okay, we'll see who he leads out with. That's going to matter a lot. Klefki. Okay, so hits Dark, super effective, but Dig... Oh crap, does this thing have Levitate? I think this thing has Levitate. Oh my gosh, if it has Levitate, we're kind of screwed. Honestly... Okay, I'm switching out Umbreon because I'm like... I'm not 100% sure this thing has Levitate, but it looks like it would have Levitate, and I think it has Levitate. So I'm like 70% sure this thing has Levitate. So we're just going to go ahead and let Delphox do some work here. Spikes, okay. Good thing we switched before those spikes were out. I mean, one set of spikes isn't going to do a ton of damage, but... Oh, Torment. Will that affect me before I've attacked? Oh, Torment, I think, is one where you just can't use the same move back to back, which actually is kind of rough for me because I was planning on just spamming Flamethrower here. Okay, I would assume if they have a Steel and Rock type or a Steel and Ground type, they would use that. Yep, Steel and Rock, I was right. Probopass, because obviously they can hit for super effective. Okay, yeah, so that's what that does, Flamethrower. Okay, Grass Knot will hit neutral, but I think Probopass is a heavier Pokemon, so it might do crazy damage still. Pretty solid damage, but Power Gem's going to hurt pretty bad. We do have good special defense, though. Okay, we will slowly win this fight, actually. Oh, crap. Oh, Flamethrower now. That's fine. Yeah, I was forgetting. I keep forgetting how Torment works. I was like, I think this is how it works, but then I forget in the moment. Yeah, awesome. So Flamethrower we can use. But we can't use Flamethrower on this next Pokemon, so that's kind of stinks. Umbreon up to 72. Delphox is about... Oh, crap. We can't use Flamethrower, though. Dang. Yeah, Flamethrower would destroy this thing, but... We can't use Flamethrower. I guess we'll use Shadow Ball. See how much Shadow Ball does. But Flamethrower is obviously going to one-shot this. And I see we outspeed, so that's nice. Oh, crap. This might get us super low, though. Oh, crap. Well, the thing was, too, if we barely survived with Delphox, that thing would obviously use Bullet Punch. And then we'd be just out of luck. And dang, so Tyrantrum... I think Steel resists Rock, so... Tyrantrum doesn't hit this for super effective. And Ground doesn't hit it super effective. Yeah, Steel Bug. Now I think everything hits Steel Bug for neutral except Fire, which is quite effective. But Fire being such a common type, you think Steel Bug is a bad combination, but it's actually not. And there could be some typing that I'm overlooking, but I don't think anything else hits that for super effective. So Delphox is our first knockout into Scizor of all things. Okay, so Umbreon. We're going to try the Umbreon strat. See how this goes. Yeah, so we get hurt by the spikes. We're going to do a double team. Okay, awesome. So we already... Oh, duh. I forgot. I wasn't even thinking. Yeah, Bug hits Dark super effective, so we do not want to get hit a ton. Okay. We're going to go for another double team. We're not going to hurt this thing at all, though, is the one really sucky thing. Okay, we're pretty much back to full health, I would assume. Yeah, okay. Payback ain't going to do much. We'll use Dig. So it can't hit us in Dig, obviously, so that's nice. But this isn't going to hurt that bad because it'll hit neutral. Okay, and he finally hits an X Scissor. The one awesome thing though is right now is since we have two double teams up, whoever this next Pokemon is probably isn't going to have a great time hitting us unless they have a move like Aura Sphere, which is 100% accurate. Oh, but I think it will be oh dang, barely survives. Yeah, if we could Toxic this, we would have already defeated Scizor. Well, maybe not, because we want to have an extra Dig damage, but, oh, Full Restore, I forgot they healed. Dang, that sucks. Okay. So I think he's going to go with, the Steel, Sword thing, But honestly, I'm not for sure if Dark hits it super effectively. I know eventually I think they removed Dark and Ghost from being resistant of Steel because, you know, they realize Steel is stupidly good And that was before Fairy type. And now that Fairy type, even though they removed some of its resistances, but you know, you add the Fairy resistance, but with Fairy being such a good typing, when you know you have a counter to such a good typing, it obviously increases that type. So Steel is still great. Okay, so do another dig. So it's going to take about 5 digs, but he probably full restores twice if I had to guess. The scariest thing about this is if he gets a crit. I don't know. I'm not for sure if a crit KOs this, but it probably does. And I think X Scissor has an increased crit chance. Yeah, if we could Toxic, but I don't think even Toxic Steel types. And honestly, the thing I'm most interested about with this Doublade or Hone Edge, it's not Hone Edge or Doublade, it's the final stage, is if Payback will be super effective, because I know Dark and Ghost, I think at least got removed as resistances to Steel, but I don't think I don't know if this was the generation it happened or if it was a few generations before this. Barely. That's got to be like 1 HP. Okay, but he misses. So we'll see. Does he full restore twice and on the same Pokemon? We'll use Payback and just see. Wait, will this make me do double damage because we will have like technically gone second? We'll see. I don't think so, but oh my gosh, Payback hits way more. I was forgetting. Yeah, Bug is super effective on Dark, obviously, but doesn't resist it. So yeah. So Steel must not. Okay, so that's the case. So Steel in this generation does not resist Dark, which is awesome for me. Don't be a crit. Don't be a crit. Don't be a crit. Awesome. We get hit by 3 X Scissors, I think, and don't get a single crit hit on us. Double team, you know, can be kind of cheeky. Oh my gosh. Phew, if he hits X Scissor right there, we're done. Okay, there we go. And now Aegislash. I said it earlier, but I couldn't remember what it was. So, yeah, we're just going to use Payback. Yeah, Payback is doing solid, and that's defense. Oh, but we... Yeah, I forgot the stance change. Blade form. Sacred... It does have Sacred Sword. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Okay, it's not... It doesn't KO us, though. Is Sacred Sword 100% accurate? Is it like a physical Aura Sphere? I don't know. If we actually were going second, we might knock this thing out. Oh, dang, we did knock him out anyway, so that must have been a low roll at first. Oh, was he in his attack form still? That would make sense, actually. I think that's what it was. Yeah, because he has to use King Shield or whatever to go back in defense form. So if he would use King Shield, it would have been good. Awesome. So Umbreon Strat kind of pays off, but actually that is like one of the worst effective versions of Umbreon Strat, because, you know, we can't use Toxic, which I think helps a ton. Obviously, though, in this situation, though, they'll use Full Restore, which will knock out the Toxic damage, but, you know, if you got into a spot where they were, like, not in the red yet, and then the Toxic, you know, they wouldn't have time to Full Restore. Okay, so we have to use our first Revive. I don't know if we've had to use a Revive all playthrough. I think we have, actually. No, I take that back. I think we for sure have. But I don't remember an exact moment, but I think actually in the, not the Elite Four, but the, like, Champion Path or whatever, we just weren't healing, so we probably had a few knockouts there. Yeah, I think we actually, yeah, I'm definitely exaggerated that. We did not. We definitely had some knockouts. Not a ton, though, I don't think. I mean, definitely enough where if we were in a Nuzlocke, we'd probably be in a scary spot, but, obviously this is not a Nuzlocke, this is just a playthrough, so it's not as serious or scary. Okay, so obviously now we have our Dragon type, which, funny enough, it's almost the opposite team that we're going to go with. Because we used Umbreon and Delphox, but I guess Tyrantrum was going to be used both fights. So yeah, we're going to lead with Tyrantrum, and then if Tyrantrum sweeps, great. And if he doesn't, we've got Blastoise who can use Ice Beam, or Sylveon who is going to Moonblast the crap out of anything. Because even a Dragon Steel type would get hit neutral by Moonblast. And Moonblast is so strong that neutral Moonblast by Sylveon with Stab is crazy. So yeah, if we sent Sylveon in, just spam Moonblast and that fight's over, I feel like. Okay, the dragon. So let's see. So I would expect. I don't remember. Oh, I think she has the poison dragon type. That's why I think I said poison at one point, or when I was like thinking about the Elite Four, because I didn't think that sounded right, but I was thinking there was at least one poison type Pokemon that I remembered. So yeah, she has the Dragalge, I believe. Dragalge, possibly Noivern. I would think Noivern actually, possibly Goodra, and then some other dragon type, which I'm not for sure about. Yeah, I would expect. Honestly, I think she'll have the 3 Kalos dragons for sure. Dragalge, because I remember it for some reason, and I think Noivern and possibly Goodra. And then I don't have a clue what this other dragon is. Maybe Druddigan or something random, because I know Druddigan is in this game. Okay, so she does lead with Dragalge. Okay, we are not great special defensively, and I think this thing hits special, so this pretty much is a matter of who outspeeds who. I actually think this thing is slow as crap now that I think about it. Poison Point will probably hit us, though. We'll definitely get poisoned right here, because every time I say something like that, we end up getting it. Oh, crit. Awesome. Do we get poisoned? Maybe this thing doesn't have Poison Point. That would be very awesome for me. Or maybe we just actually didn't get poisoned for once on one of the chances we could have. Oh, dang. Everybody's leveling up. Awesome, awesome. Altaria. Oh, that's what her other Pokemon is. Well, if she Mega Evolved this, we'd want to go... Oh, actually, no. If she Mega, it would be Fairy Dragon, so Rock wouldn't be super effective. I think we just Dragon Claw. Rock Slide probably does a little bit more damage with our item and stuff. But Rock Slide can miss, so I'd rather just use Dragon Claw. So let's see. Does she use Noivern? So she does use Noivern. Frisk. Found its hard zone. Oh, Dragon Claw. Oh, this thing outspeeds me. This could be bad. This could be really bad. Okay, we survived, so we will KO probably here. I don't think Noivern's super physically bulky. Yeah, see, that's what a special dragon move was gonna hurt like a truck, and it sure did. Oh, wow, what did I say? Dragon. Okay, I bet in the rematch team, I'm gonna guess she uses Goodra. I would hope at least. Okay, so we outspeed. Oh, we might get hit. We're probably gonna get hit by Rough Skin, though. Dang. So Tyrantrum actually does sweep, but very close to not. If he would have literally taken damage from like any other move, if anything would have outsped other than just Noivern, we'd probably get knocked out. But to be honest, I think Sylveon's 100% sweeps that fight now because she didn't have to like any Steel Dragon. Wait, who else? I said Steel Dragon like there's a lot of Steel Dragon types. There's Dialga, and then Archaludon and Duraludon, but Archaludon and Duraludon aren't out yet. And who's the other one? And Dialga is obviously legendary, so she's not going to use it. Dang, I was like worried about a Pokemon that didn't even really exist. Now I think about it, at least not when this game came out, because obviously that trainer was not going to have Dialga. We'll use a Hyper Potion if I can find them. Yes, there they are. Oh, will that get us back to full? It'll be like 1 HP off, I think, actually. Okay, screw it. We've got a ton of potions. Let's just give Tyrantrum. Who knows? Maybe we'll survive on 1 HP and it'll be all worth it. Okay, so I have no idea what this trainer leads with. I know she has some fossil Pokemon, though. Okay, who has not really got the time to shine? So Delphox did a little bit of work, but did get knocked out, so I would like Delphox to at least appear in this fight, and being our starter. Crobat has literally done nothing in this Elite Four. Umbreon did good in Steel. Tyrantrum sweeps the Dragon type. Blastoise pretty much sweeps Fire. Sylveon actually sweeps Water now, I think about it pretty much. And Delphox and Umbreon combined for Steel. So yeah, Crobat's done nothing. And honestly, Crobat's a great lead because we can always just U-turn out and do a little bit of damage before we switch. So yeah, we'll lead with Crobat. We can obviously Toxic something if we're not sure, but either we can fight the Pokemon or just use a U-turn, whichever makes the most sense. Okay, so Champion. I know she has, let me think. I know she has Gardevoir that Mega Evolves. And I think she has both the fossils in this region, and I'm not for sure about anything else on our team. Pangoro, for some reason, I think she might have. That would kind of make sense too, being a Kalos Pokemon, but yeah, I don't know what she's got. I remember she has the fossils because I thought that was so cool. And maybe that's in their rematch fight, so I'm not for sure. We'll see, though. I know she has Gardevoir, though. And maybe she Mega Evolves it in the rematch fight. She might not Mega Evolve it here. We'll see. So, Pokemon League Champion Diantha. Hawlucha. Okay. We can actually hit this thing for super effective, and so that's fine. Crobat can come out here, fly, knock it out, hopefully. If we hit this, we should knock it out, I think. Swords Dance. Oh my gosh, that could get scary real quick. Yeah, please hit fly. Phew, yeah. That thing could have actually been kind of scary, I think, if Crobat doesn't knock it out. Oh, Tyrantrum. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to hope this thing uses Rock Slide, because we're going to U-turn, which is going to do, like, nothing. And then go to our Tyrantrum. We'll show our Tyrantrum's the better Tyrantrum. And if it uses Dragon Claw or something, that is going to suck, because we're going to get a lot of damage. But we are really physically bulky. Head Smash. Okay, I was not expecting that. Not going to lie. It'll take... Okay, yeah, it has a little bit of recoil damage. Dragon Claw. We should outspeed. We're 5 levels higher, but... Yeah, I was going to say, maybe if it has a nature that's, like, good in speed, it might outspeed us, but... Yeah, awesome. So our Tyrantrum wins. It would be awesome if she used the other fossil Pokemon right now. Oh, Goodra. Oh, here's Goodra. I thought somebody had Goodra here, but I was thinking it was the Elite Four member. But then I was kind of doubting it because I was like, would they really give just an Elite Four member of Goodra since it's a pseudo? Dang. Goodra's supposed to be kind of bulky too, so that was kind of crazy good. Yeah, Tyrantrum, our lowest level Pokemon, I think, is putting in some nice work in this. Sylveon's up to level 77. Blastoise up to level 72. Aurorus. Oh, here we go. Okay, Tyrantrum's getting a little bit, almost too much screen time, but we gotta let him fight this. We missed the Rock Slide, though. Oh my gosh. And we missed Rock Slide and he hits Blizzard. Dang, that's kind of unfortunate. But we mainly wanted him to beat the other Tyrantrum. I wish he would have beaten Aurorus, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Blastoise obviously hit super effective with water. Delphox hit super effective with fire. Let's let Delphox go out. Even though this thing can hit us, Blastoise is probably smarter, but I think Flamethrower is still probably going to one-hit KO this. I actually really love Aurorus. Oh, sets up light screens. That's special or physical? Special, I would assume. Let's see. Will another Flamethrower... Flamethrower's obviously going to be like half. I bet this thing survives in the red. Yep, dang. Oh, goes for Thunder and misses. Does this thing not have a rock move? I can't believe this thing wouldn't have a rock move. At least like Ancient Power or something. So it's probably got Light Screen and the other screen move. And then it probably has Blizzard, which we know. And then Thunder, I guess. Yeah, it must not have a ice or a rock type move, which is kind of crazy. So yeah. Delphox was probably a pretty solid play if I knew for sure it didn't have a rock type move. Dang. It hit 3 Blizzards and 2... I guess technically it's like both are 75% or 70%, so I guess that's normally what it's supposed to do, actually, but I swear I use those moves and I feel like I never hit them, so... Okay, the amount of full resource she has used. Please give me a burn. Can this thing be burned? Maybe it has an ability where it can't be burned. Okay, wow, I think we crit and burn. Oh no, that was just a high roll, yeah. Oh, I bet light screens ran out. That's probably what it is, actually. There we go. I think she would have used full restore here if she used any more, but I think she only uses 2. I did not get to use Aurorus in a playthrough of XY. I think I got Tyrantrum both times, and I only really, I can't remember if I actually used Tyrantrum in the other playthrough, but obviously I used it in this one. But I would love to get Aurorus in some team, but I think it's worse for one, and I like Tyrantrum way better. I think Tyrantrum might be my favorite Pulse Pokemon. It or Aerodactyl, I love both of them a lot. So Gourgeist, obviously we hit. So is this going to be her ace? Yeah, it's Gardevoir. Trace. So, oh, Gardevoir gets Blaze. That's honestly completely fine because Blaze is going to do nothing for Gardevoir. Okay, unfortunately Blastoise and Umbreon didn't get to do anything in this fight. But Blastoise, you know, kind of swept one, and Umbreon had a really fun. But we're going to actually switch to Sylveon because I think this thing's going to use a fairy move, so Sylveon's so strong that I would like Sylveon at least, and Sylveon's been such a good member of this team, I would like Sylveon to at least get to fight. Okay, so she does make up all that actually in the first fight. Okay, Shadow Ball. Hopefully she used the fairy move. Oh, she used Shadow Ball, which, I mean, isn't going to be super effective on me, so it's not that. Oh, duh, she used it. I didn't think she had Shadow Ball. I just forgot. I didn't think Gardevoir using Shadow Ball for some reason didn't click for me. Even though I think I know for sure it hasn't. I didn't use Moonblast. Okay, this might... I don't think this will one-shot, but it'll do a decent shot. Yes, awesome. Okay, one more Shadow Ball and this fight is over. As long as we don't get crit here. Okay, special attack drop though. I think this will still probably do enough. It'll be close. Dang, barely survives in the red. We're just going to go Shadow Ball and hope we hit. Okay, use the full restore. That might actually be better for me. Because if we could get the special defense drop. Or a crit. Okay, we're going to go for Shadow Ball. I think we might get knocked out here, though. This is going to be close. Okay, we survive. Second Shadow Ball. Okay, we're just going to switch. No reason to let Sylveon get knocked out here. Yeah, we'll go Umbreon. Obviously, this thing could use a Fairy. Oh, wait, crap. It's been using Moonblast this whole time. Of course, it'll use Moonblast here. Okay, let's see just how much that does. Okay. Not ideal. So, Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir must have really solid speed, if I had to guess. Okay, well, we know Moonblast is going to knock us out now, so... Okay, let's go Blastoise. We'll use our Mega. And this will give everybody an opportunity to at least go in this fight for a little bit. Okay, he's really tanky, so I don't think this will even do crazy damage. Okay, we do get the special attack drop, which is kind of annoying, but I really think Mega Blastoise Surf will probably KO. If I had a clean switch, I could go to Crobat, but I don't know if Crobat survives one Moonblast, honestly. Oh, wow, use Thunderbolt? Oh, crap. Oh my gosh, Blastoise barely survives and hopefully gets the KO. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Blastoise comes in here. Just barely enough health to survive Thunderbolt. Okay, the champion fight was actually pretty competitive, I will say. Now, the rest of the Elite Four, not so much, but the champion fight was. And we would have got outsped by most things, actually, with that Mega Diancie. I do think really probably... Okay, so I think Crobat might have outsped, and then we could have used Cross Poison, so it probably could have done it, but... I think that was a fun ending. Okay, so we're going to get registered as the champion. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep recording on this series. I don't know exactly what we're going to do now, though. Obviously, there is some cool post-game stuff. You can catch some legendaries, rematch the champion, which I definitely want to do. I definitely want to rematch this team and see if she gets new members or stronger members or whatever. And then, what else? I know we can catch, like, there's some roaming legendaries. There's Mewtwo. Trying to think who else is there that we can catch. Zygarde. So we had 2 Great Ball Pokemon, 3 Pokeball Pokemon, and 1 Dusk Ball Pokemon. Wow, I think normally I have at least 1 Pokemon in an Ultra Ball. So, yeah, we didn't catch anybody in an Ultra Ball, which is kind of surprising. So, Crobat, let's go. Sylveon, obviously monster on the team. Blastoise, great. Tyrantrum, great. Umbreon, great as well. Love the strat I can try with Umbreon. And Delphox, obviously our starter, awesome. Definitely super happy with this team. This was the team, you know, I kind of planned from the get-go. And so happy to see like it all come together over time and finally have this team and finally have them be the champion team. Oh crap, well we have to watch that post-credit thing to celebrate the 5 Defenders of the Kalos region. Oh yeah, duh, obviously I forgot all about the event thing. I was thinking Defenders of Kalos. These 5... Me and Serena did most of, and mainly me did most of the work. The 5 Defenders, what? At first I was like, is Serena even here? She did the most work out of anybody outside of me. I guess they helped some way. I don't really remember what they did in the champion thing. I kind of remember Shauna vaguely, but I don't remember those two guys doing anything. Oh, my hand's kind of falling asleep. Oh, and there's the big dude. Battle with me. Huh? Do we actually fight him? I do not remember this. Oh, do we fight him using that the one Flabébé? Oh my gosh, we do. I did not remember this, to be honest. Torkoal. Interesting. Okay, we lead with Crobat. Well, maybe Crobat can do some work in this fight, so we didn't use him a ton in the champion fight and stuff. So Cross Poison, Stone Edge. That's gonna hurt a little bit. Okay, it looks like we'll probably knock him out before he can knock us out. And obviously Stone Edge has a decent chance of missing, so I'm just gonna keep using Cross Poison. If he does crit, good on him. He'll probably knock Crobat out then. But we have a higher chance of critting, I think. Oh my gosh. He got a crit, and we survive on 1 HP. If it wasn't for Black Sludge, we get knocked out there, actually. So, you know, Black Sludge might have been the right play. Okay, there we go. Torkoal is out. Okay, we're just going to U-turn. I don't care what it is. Unless it's something I know I can knock out, but I don't know. Sigalith. Oh, and U-turn will hit neutral. Or maybe even super effective. I think Flying Resist Bug, but yeah. Okay, so Sigalith, I'm going to guess it uses a Psychic type move, and because of that... Oh no, not Delphox. Umbreon will do some crazy stuff here. Yes, see, that's why U-turn's so awesome on that, because especially with having Umbreon specifically. Cosmic Power. Okay, well this is going to hit like a truck since it outspeeds us. Yeah. We even got a crit. I don't know if it was necessary or not, but I don't think it would have been. Obviously, Umbreon doesn't have great physical. Oh, he doesn't use his his Flabébé. I mean, that kind of makes sense. He doesn't want that Pokemon to fight, but Payback will do a decent chunk. Yeah, and what's crazy about that is I know we're highly leveled and all, but Payback would do double if we outsped or it outsped us. So that's why I think Payback's such a solid move. Because, you know, when we're this over leveled, Payback still does enough damage, even though it's a 50 base move. But when we're fighting Pokemon we're slower than, then Payback will still do a lot because it'll double in power. So Payback, I think, is a really solid move for Umbreon for a playthrough. I mean, I know in a playthrough you might outspeed a lot of Pokemon, but still, I think it's fun. Okay, so we defeat What's-His-Face. And like I said, I genuinely did not remember that. I remember seeing, I really don't even remember seeing him much outside of that one scene earlier. That'll be cool though, Legends ZA or AZ, whatever. I think it's ZA. Maybe we'll learn more about this dude, I guess. Is that his Flabébé? Maybe that's why he didn't fight it, because he didn't have it. I remember a lot of people, I think, wanted this to be an event Pokemon you could get, but I don't think they ever made it a Pokemon you could actually get. Or Floette, it's not even Flabébé. I've been rolling this up. So is this the Middle Sage? I honestly can't remember. I know Florges is the final form, and I can't remember out of Flabébé and the other one, which one's the middle and which one's the smallest one. I think Flabébé is actually the smallest one. Okay, this is cool and all, but I'm kind of over it. Okay, I guess we'll watch the credits go, and then I'll save. And if I had to guess, probably the next video will be a card video. And I wonder if that's, I bet that's the fletchling from earlier in the game, the one that wakes us up, which is kind of cool. I mean, maybe it's not, but that would be cool. Can we speed this up? Okay, well, I guess we can talk as the this stuff goes on, because I don't think there's any way I could skip this, at least not in the first playthrough of it. But yeah, that was awesome. Really like this team. We're still not done with this series for sure. I definitely want to rematch the champion for sure. I would like to catch a few of the legendaries. I might not catch the roaming legendaries just because they're kind of a pain. Literally, my Y team, I pretty much done that team. Like, I haven't looked at it in a while, but literally the only thing I hadn't done on that team was catch one of the remaining roaming legendaries. I needed Zapdos, and literally I did like 4 times trying to just catch an Ultra Ball, and I just couldn't. I was like, okay, this is kind of whatever. And I think Zapdos might have also been the Pokemon in Platinum that I needed was a roaming legendary. Yeah, Zapdos and me as a roaming legendary just is not the Pokemon I've been getting. At least not in a few games. But I'll for sure try to get like the static legendaries, like for sure try to get Zygarde, and for sure try to get Mewtwo. We'll get those two. I know there's a little post-game thing you can do in this city, so we might try to get it. But we'll for sure, 100%, I can guarantee this will be recorded for this series. We will for sure catch the 2 like static legendaries, being Mewtwo and oh my gosh, who's the other one I was trying to say? Zygarde. And then we will rematch the champion, and we'll probably do some of the other post game stuff. But that's the 2 things I for sure want to do. I will say one thing I will say about this game. I think this is one of the games that I think has one of the not least fun post games, but I think it's got one of like the post games that doesn't have as much to do. But you know, that's not the end of the world. I mean, obviously, I think the bulk of the fun in the game is the like story playthrough. But then the post game, obviously, I like a better post game, but I don't care as much about the post game. But I would definitely like it if the post game was better. And one thing I really hope is in this, and I'm not for sure if there's like a battle tower type situation thing. I don't think it's actually called the battle tower, but something like that where I can just use this team and fight like doubles and stuff, because I really want to do that, because like Umbreon specifically I think is going to be really fun to use in doubles. So I really hope that that's the case. Okay, how much longer is this? Okay, but yeah, I think that's it. Really had a ton of fun with this team. I hope you all enjoyed this series, and like I said, it's not over, but you know, this is kind of like almost like the ending, because you know, this is the first big champion bout, which, you know, some people like do like Nuzlocke and stuff. This would be the ending, but obviously this isn't a Nuzlocke, so it's just a playthrough. So I am going to do all the fun post-game stuff, mainly just the big 3 things I mentioned. But if there's anything cool else, like I said, I know there's that like I think it's the guy, the Looker guy. It's like his little quest thing. We might try to do it. I know I did that in Y. But yeah, we'll do that. Possibly. For sure, though, we'll do the 2 legendary things and the rematch of the champion, because I'm really excited for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to let this cutscene thing go, because I don't think there's a way I can skip it. Oh, I didn't even realize it's saying stuff at the bottom. Yeah, I can't really see the bottom screen that much when I'm like laid back, but like I look over it obviously when I'm fighting, because I have to see what moves I'm using. But yeah, I didn't even really look at that. Oh, how much longer is this thing? Oh, and I will say, this is something not as much for this series, but I do think the next video will probably be a card video, because I did recently pick up some cards, and I just haven't put them in a video yet. But I do want to get, I think I might have mentioned this in another video in this series. The only reason I haven't done that yet is because it's mainly just showing off some cards I picked up, and I don't have any like sealed product or anything cool to open up, so I'm just kind of waiting until I can get some packs or something just to have in that video as well. So we'll have some more cool stuff for that video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I don't think there's any way I can speed this up or skip it, which is kind of unfortunate. Hopefully, whenever I defeat the champion again, it'll let me speed through it. Dang, I forgot just how long. I remember I never liked these things that much while playing. And it's cool and all, to see the post credits after you like defeat the story of the game, but dang, does it take a while. And I mean, it's cool. Obviously, you want people to like get their like appraisal or whatever for like working on games like this, but it's just a lot sometimes. But obviously, I will say, if you were like one of the people that worked on this, that's obviously super cool to like have your name be seen like while playing. But unfortunately, I do think it's probably a lot of people are kind of like me and just kind of just want it to be over. But still, super cool. I do think we're wrapping it up pretty soon here. Now that they're talking about some of the main people, but maybe not. Well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it still has more to go. I thought it was about over. Oh, I just thought it was about over. Okay, developed by Game Freak. Okay, I think we're done. Pokemon X, awesome. Yeah, this is my first time actually playing through Pokemon X. Like I said, I played through Y, and obviously these version exclusive games aren't that much different. It's just a few different version exclusives, mainly just the legendary's different, but still. Ooh. But yeah, technically the first time I played through X, even though, like I said once again, Y, I have played through Y. Okay, finally the game is saved. Was that going to say finish or whatever? I don't know, fin or finish. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm guessing we're back at our house because that's normally how these games end. Oh, it actually brings you back to this screen. So let's see, where am I? Okay, yeah, we're back here. Let's see, do my Pokemon have like a certificate or anything? We'll check Sylveon. Sylveon's... Okay, we have a badge. Kalos Champion Ribbon. Awesome. Yep, everybody's got it. I mean, they should definitely. But yeah, that's the team. I guess we'll see. Oh, the Wii U. I never actually got a Wii U. I had the Wii, and then I think that was around the time I got the PlayStation. But I did get a Switch, obviously. But I guess it wasn't like a Pokemon system, and there wasn't anything I really wanted on the Wii U, I guess. So I just never got it. He wants you to meet at Lumia Station. If you don't mind, just catch a quick camera. Okay, well, looks like we've got at least a little bit more stuff to be interested in. So is this the iconic Fletchinder that wakes us up? Okay. I guess we'll just go back to our room. We'll save here. I hope you all enjoyed this series. Like I said, once again, it's not over, but this is kind of a big point in the series, I guess you would say. But yeah, I guess we'll save here. Okay, I like to be right in the middle. There we go. So 18 hours in, and we have the game complete. Yep, thank you all so much for watching. More in this series will definitely be up on this channel soon, but the next video, it might be another X and Y video, but it could be cards too, but that's pretty much the plan. We'll just see how it goes, depending on when I get cards or when I want to do more on this series. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm out for this video.